Confidence in the Diaspora. From Diasphobia to Diapofidence. Hello, I am Leslie Grace, the founder of the Smart Speakers Academy, and it's exciting to be here to talk about confidence in the diaspora. Today we have Isaiah and Jokalisha joining in at the same time as the first people to join us today on this conversation. I'm excited, I feel like, hey, I've got a solution for you. Yes. Good evening and welcome to Smart Speaking Symposium. I know that many of you have received the guide, the free gift from me to the world, my gift from me to the entire busy professionals all over the world, the people I'm called to serve, from tech binging to book binging guide. Have you gotten yours? Put in the comment section. What do you think about that guide? Quickly, before we go into this conversation, have you tagged a professional? We want to talk about confidence in the diaspora. You haven't heard anything like that before. No, you haven't. You haven't. This is coming from the things that our hands have touched. We want to bring this solution because we found this problem. We've been able to name it Diasphobia, and we've been able to also name a solution for it, Diapofidence. Before we get into the conversation, let me know in the comment section, how has it been? How did you find your guide? From tech binging to book binging. How did you find it? Sorry about that, please. How did you find your guide? How did you find your guide? Let me know in the comment section. I've got the guides and it's super. I'm halfway through. Awesome. Oh, thank you. Odokuma Kendali says, thank you, coach, for the fireful guide. Oh, awesome. Let's see. Let's have it. How did you find your guide? A lot of insight. Nice. You didn't see it that way, right? You didn't see it coming. Okay. Yeah. How has the guide been for you? You want to actually tag a professional on this conversation today. Because, most confidence coaches handle all of the cases like it's the same thing. So they handle issues like it's the same thing. The confidence struggle for someone in the diaspora is absolutely different for the one that the person in an environment they are familiar with would have to deal with. So we had to, from experience, okay, I'm still seeing feedback, all right, so impactful. Awesomeness in its pages. I know you said to implement 3 daily, but I had to do 5 today. Awesome, I love it. I love it. I'm excited for you. I'm grateful that it's been a blessing to you. So yes, fire down. If you want to finish all in today, please by all means go ahead. I'm excited when I provide solutions that are helpful for the people that I am called to serve. My job is to ensure that you actually get value every single time you get to get any of our products. And today I want to talk about something really passionate in my heart. This particular challenge has been there. I've been able to work with quite a number of professionals that live in the abroad. And most times they come with these issues. I mean, sometimes it breaks my heart because part of what we do on our confidence coaching journey is to at least analyze and talk about where you were before, how was it, what made you lose your confidence. And I've come to find out too many people struggle with this particular issue. Most times they say to me, I used to be very confident. When we walk through a process, I used to be very confident. But the moment I've met quite a number of them. I've met a doctor who was doing well. They heading the medical department in his country. The moment he went to another country, he was lost, literally lost. So this kept happening. I kept experiencing it. How you'll be best. I kept on seeing it. And at a point I said, come, what is this? So we put in the work at the Smart Speakers Academy because it felt like we kept on having these kind of clients. And we put in the work to ask ourselves, okay, so what do we do? Is there even something different about being in the diaspora? I'd love to know from you in the comment section. Is there something different about being in the diaspora that has to do with your confidence? Is there something that happens when it feels like, oh, I'm in a different environment? Is there a kind of feeling that makes it look like, because everybody's skin color doesn't look like mine, then I feel like I don't fit in. I feel like I'm not in the right place. Have you experienced it before? Have you noticed a sibling, a friend, someone who went out? For me, I have noticed them on my confidence coaching table. I kept on seeing them back to back. They come in and I see this challenge and they tell me, oh, coach, you won't get it. I used to be the high flyer. And then I noticed that the moment I japped, everything was lost. I don't know where I am anymore. They lose it. So this challenge kept on coming in. Okay, yes. I'm sure most of us can relate. And it kept on coming in and it became something that was bothering me. Something that's been bothering me for a while now. And tonight, thank you. I always say thank you so much for that feedback. In the first instance, you were like a second-class citizen. But guess what? Thank you so much for that, man. The truth is, it is all in your head to feel like you are you're a second-class citizen. It's all in their head. Now, this is why I say that the confidence crisis, and thank you, you can all relate. The confidence crisis of the person dealing with confidence in their alma mater, in their familiar environment, is totally different from the confidence crisis that you have to deal with when you are in an unfamiliar area. Or like Ayoze rightly puts it, when you are in an environment where you feel like you're a second-class citizen. And this is what we're going to be talking about throughout the whole of July. This pain has been there. I've had to have clients come to me to say, you have to, I need this. This is my crisis. And it's been a totally different journey for them with what we've been able to create for them at the Smart Speakers Academy. But I feel like, no, the number is too much. We cannot continue like this. Can we talk about it? Especially because the Japa syndrome will continue forever. People will keep moving, right? People will keep moving. Life is that way. People will keep moving. I feel it's the weight of everything. The fact that you were alone. Oh, that's true, Obi Best. Yes, that's true. That's true. Thank you. Thank you. I love the feedback I'm getting. So it's a thing. The feeling of you're alone, the feeling like you're a second-class citizen, no one is talking about it. Now, we had to create this. This is the first of its kind. Well, the first to even give it a name, Diasphobia, and give it a solution, Diapofidence, right? And we're talking about all of that tonight. You want to tag the professional. Listen, we're going to have this conversation throughout the month of July. It's been a hard cry for me. It's been a demand. Diasporans have been placing demand on it. That what's the solution? So most times when I talk to them, I'm like, okay, can we go back to, because most times when you come for confidence coaching, we always ask this question, can we go back to where you lost your confidence? Most times. Because I look at the person coming for confidence coaching, I'm like, but I can see that you are confident. You tick all of the boxes. Identity crisis. Chocolisha. I love you right back. Thank you so much for that. Identity crisis. It's a big deal. Just because you japa, an identity crisis becomes an issue. So when we walk them through this process and then it becomes a thing of, okay, where did you lose it? And they tell me, coach, I think it was when they didn't realize. They don't realize until they come for that class. And when we go through that journey, they say, coach, I think it was when I traveled. I think it was when I relocated. And you can relate. Everyone in this comment section is naming it and giving it a name. And then when we started this research, for me, I had to give it a name. Diasphobia. I didn't see it anywhere. We've not heard it before, but it's been a burden in my heart. Okay? And while I know that we're talking about books, I know many of you have already received the From Tech Binging to Book Binging book, but I'm here in my original assignment. This is my original element. I am the confidence coach. This is who I am. As your confidence coach, okay? But because I do not teach traditional public speaking, which is what most confidence coaches teach, what I brought to the market space is smart speaking for the busy professional, for the professional. That's who I'm called to, okay? And then the art of expressing with clarity, with confidence, with credibility, the different kind of speaking, which is of course powered by smart thinking, which is a result of smart reading. So that's why it feels like, okay, today I'm talking about reading and all of that. It's all put into one message. Our message is smart speaking. I think it's not losing confidence, but you just feel it's not important. You just feel it's not important. Okay. That feeling, right? Obi Best, you're very correct. That feeling is the issue. That feeling that it's not important? I'd love for you to explain some more. You know, I love this conversation. Hi, Engineer Mark. I see you. All right. So here's what I want you to hear first. Okay. We are the first to give the silent struggle a name. Because what you can't name, you cannot tame. All right. And the name we called it is Diasphobia. Let me explain it. Diasphobia is the fear, the fog, and the inner freeze that often comes when a brilliant professional relocates to a foreign environment and begins to doubt their own voice. You see, like you say, they begin to feel like a second citizen. They begin to feel like they're not important. They begin to feel like it's not their space to shine. You walk into an environment and everybody's skin color is different. And the things you know, the things you would naturally, expressively say back home, you suddenly shrink, second guess, doubt yourself, or feel like you're a second-class citizen and somewhat unqualified to speak up. I've had too many professionals tell me about this challenge. And I said, hey, let's find a name. Let's find a way to tame it. All right? It is the slow suffocation of your confidence in a space where everything from your skin to your syntax reminds you that you are not from here. You know, like Ayoze said, she said, the feeling of second-class citizen. Interestingly, it's a feeling. It's a feeling. It's all in your head. And so something has to be done to rewire the thoughts. You know, I'm big on mental frameworks because it's literally what I do. It's literally what I do. That's why, I mean, we're the first to actually create a system to say that for you to be able to speak a certain way, it's a product of how you read, it's a product of how you wire your mental frameworks. So even the way you feel is a product of your mental frameworks as well. Interestingly, yesterday I was at the first of a kind fashionpreneurs conference, and I was called to come speak about mental mindsets for money making. And I said to the fashionpreneurs that for a very long time, the larger chunk of fashionpreneurs have felt that they are just doing just another job, just a hustle. But they forget that the likes of Mama, well, now she's a Pastor Folorunsha Lakija, bought oil blocks from fashionpreneurship. And it was a moment for the fashionpreneurs to really pause and think and be like, this is it, right? So I'm big on mental frameworks because it determines everything. And I said to them that the money you make in any business begins from your mindset, including the kind of impact you make. And I'm trying to bring it home to us, including the kind of impact we make in a foreign nation, in a foreign land. So what happens is that feeling is not just culture shock. It's not just being new or adjusting. It's a psychological muting of identity. It's a shrinking of self-expression. And the worst part, it's not always loud. Most times, it's quiet. It's quiet. Now, how does it show up? Let me give you some scenarios. Let me show you what I mean. A doctor, a consultant who suddenly travels abroad and stops contributing. He was respected here in his nation. He was that strategy consultant in Nigeria. Suddenly he moves to Canada. Suddenly he moves to another nation, gets into a multinational firm, and boom, he becomes quiet in meetings. When he's asked why, he just says, I know what I'm saying makes sense, but something about how they look at me, something about how my accent is, something about the speed of my accent or the speed of their accent just makes me feel like my input isn't valid. That is diasphobia. No, it's not culture shock. No, I beg to disagree. I give you another example. Brilliant teacher Uche, who stopped taking speaking gigs just because she's Japan. Okay. Uche is bold. Uche is visible in Nigeria. Uche relocates to the UK and turns down her first panel invite. Why? Uche says, I don't want to be the girl with the thick accent that nobody understands. That is diaspobia. I give another example. And this one is from someone that was, in our community. And she is a woman who did the job, paid the sacrifice to build her capacity, started doing a book a week, and journals consistently. The mind works like fire. And then she says to me, Coach, I have all of this brilliance, but I freeze when it's time to speak. I can't communicate. I sound unsure of myself and I don't even know why. That is diasphobia. It is real. If you've experienced this before, some of it may sound unfamiliar. Some, of course, may most likely sound familiar. Let me give you some more examples. You overthink before speaking, even on simple topics. Topics that you know that. You begin to overthink. You hide behind emails when you should speak up in a meeting. You just say, you know what, I'll just do it. I'll just do him an email. But you were in a meeting. You could have spoken up in that meeting and you just say, you know what, I'll just do an email. You hide behind email. You apologize before sharing your ideas. Something that in your nation you would never do. But suddenly, you are in another nation and then you begin your speech with, I'm sorry, please, let me just say, come on now. Sorry over what? You avoid eye contact in rooms where you used to shine. This is a room where you were shining, everybody knew who you were. Back home. But the same room is a kind of situation over there, and then suddenly, you avoid eye contact. You are present, but you are not participating. You've become invisible in spaces that demand visibility. You are suddenly invisible. See, diasphobia is a big deal and it's sad. Before we continue, put in the comment section, can you relate? Is there any of this you can relate to? You know someone that's been going through it, or you can relate to it, it happened to you at some point? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be waiting. Let me know. All right, so it's a thing. But I want to show you, most importantly, what it's stealing from you. Diasphobia is stealing a lot from too many professionals. And I've met quite a number of them. And that's why I want to have this conversation. Number one, the first thing it's stealing from you is visibility. See, you are no longer that person that should be hiding. But diasphobia has stolen it away from you. Most times, you know you are competent. You have it in you. But you realize that somehow you are no longer top of mind because you stopped showing up. So even in that office space, when they look for the very, very high flyers to give certain positions, certain tasks to, you are not considered. I've seen this happen too many times. One thing diasphobia steals away from you is visibility. Number two, it steals your voice. You are no longer influencing because you stopped speaking up. See, the truth is, all of the smart reading we're doing, all of the smart thinking we're doing, is not so that it will end in our head. It's so that it can be felt in our voice. It's so that it can be felt in our voice. We want to hear you. But diasphobia steals your visibility. Diasphobia steals your voice. Number three, diasphobia steals your value. You are underpricing, you are under offering, you are over planning. Underpricing, under offering, over planning, over explaining. It's taking away your value. Too many professionals cannot even negotiate their worth just because they japa. So whatever they offer them, just say, Sure, when I convert it to Naira, it looks good. But you know that as compared to your contemporaries in that environment, you are worth more than that. As compared to you, yeah? When you look inward and discover and realize who you really are, you know that you are worth more than that. You are worth more than that. But diaphobia has stolen away your value. It steals away your vitality. Number 3. You are tired of trying and now you are just coasting. You're just there. You know, just another day. You're just tired, but what would you do? You're just passing through another day. Finally steals your volume. You are turned off, literally. Or the volume is reduced to the barest minimum. You've turned yourself down in order to fit in. You've turned yourself down in order to fit in. But you were not built to the background noise. That's where we come in. All of those vitality, volume, visibility, voice, value that diaphobia has stolen from you can be restored. It can come back. That's what we want to give back to you. Let's get it back. So, you are not meant to be that way. That's not who you were. Your story, your skill, your strategy still matter. Even outside your home country. Do you know that the Bible says that you are a city set on the hill that shall not be hid? On the hill, every nation should see it. So why does it seem like you are shrinking just because you're in another nation? When it is supposed to be that wherever the sole of your feet touches, it is yours for your inheritance. To another nation, then you should be lost, you should be missing. We shouldn't see your value anymore. The shift is here, dear professionals. If you know a professional struggling with this, there's finally a name for it. There's finally a solution for it. And we are glad to be the first to walk them through this process. From diasphobia to diapofidence. What will work in the diaspora is diapofidence. You need diapofidence to stay confident in the diaspora. Trust me, we've worked with a couple of number of professionals that have walked through this journey, and we can tell you we've got a solution. Yes, it's called diapofidence. Diapofidence is the bold, unapologetic confidence of a diasporan professional who has remembered who they are, who has reclaimed their voice and mastered the art of showing up anywhere in the world with presence and power. This is what I want for you. This is what I want for that sibling of yours, that colleague of yours, that family member of yours who is lost, who has lost. You know, sometimes you don't even know these things are lost until they actually pause to reflect. Like when we began this conversation, a lot of us could relate to it. Until they finally pause to reflect. Or most times when they come for confidence coaching with us, and we try to identify where the confidence was lost, we now get there and they're like, oh, coach, I never knew. Yes, it's true. This is why I lost it. They name it themselves. And that's how we got here. Now, how do you move from diasphobia to diapofidence? There are 5 things you need to make that shift. 5 things. And trust me, this conversation is what we'll be talking about throughout the month of July. I want to save as many professionals as possible from diasphobia. I want to move you from diasphobia to diapofidence. We have finally found the solution that the world has been waiting for. Enough of diasphobia. Enough of it. You did not change. You just changed nations. You just moved nations. But your identity didn't move. The 5 ways are: number 1, awareness. Awareness. Name the fear. You need to be able to name it. Stop calling it culture shock. Stop calling it, it's because everybody's here. Everybody's skin is different. Name the fear. It's called diasphobia. Yes, I named it that way. Stop pretending it's just stress. You won't get it. The way we work in the UK is so much. At the sacrifice of your identity, Is your identity and your essence going to be the sacrificial lamb? It's not just stress, my darling. It's diasphobia. Number 2, a new narrative. You need to remind yourself of your value. You need to reintroduce yourself to yourself. You know that conversation that you have with yourself that, hey, hi, I'm still Cheryl. Yes, I moved to the UK, but I am still Cheryl. I'm still Dr. Chinyere anyway. Oh, so you need to introduce yourself to yourself, and you need to tell yourself that I moved nations. I didn't move me. So I didn't change particularly. Number 3, strategy. Now, you need to learn how to interrupt self-silencing and speak in your own rhythm, even though you are in another nation. Number 4, support. That's why I'm here. That's why we're here. Do not do it alone because you cannot. We've worked with a couple of professionals and we can tell you, yes, we've created a solution. Absolutely. Don't do it alone. You need a safe space to rebuild. Number 5, structure. A roadmap that helps you rise consistently. See, that confidence is gone. So that's why it feels like the fear is there. The truth is, at any point where fear shows up, confidence is gone. Yes. Both cannot coexist. So you cannot tell me that, hey, I'm confident. But because you have a white skinned boss, who by the way is not even white, because there's nobody that's color white. This is color white, right? But because you called him, and some people think that he's a white skinned boss, and you agree that he's a white skinned boss, you just feel like, well, I shouldn't talk to him that way after all. Anyway, this is why I created the 21-in-1 total fidence bundle. Yes, you heard me right. 21-in-1. We want to handle all of the challenges that you have been struggling with. It's a bundle. There are 21 guides. If you've read any of my guides before, you know that they are practical, they're hands-on, they're solution-driven, they're on-the-spot solution-driven. It's not just a product, it's a pathway. It's a full system for building clarity, voice, rhythm, and visibility. What it will include confidence scripting templates, identity reconstruction tools, visibility activation checklist, speaking practice prompts, mindset reframing exercises, a diaspora clarity board, and much more. Moreover, each of those 21 guides addresses each of the challenges that every single diaspora is going through. 21 of them. We summed up all of those challenges into 21. See, it's not theory, it's transformation. And we're going to walk you through all of this throughout this month. So keep talking about it. So, welcome to a whole full month of total fidence. Yes, total fidence in the diaspora. Welcome to Diapofidence. Yay! The confidence you have in the diaspora, the confidence you have to shine in the diaspora. Okay? This isn't a one-night conversation. Throughout the entire month of July, we will be talking about it. We will be having daily conversations on confidence in the diaspora. All right, Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m. our regular time. We'll be here on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Smart Speakers Academy. And on Saturdays, we'll be here at 7 p.m. just like this. So every session will offer refreshing insights, powerful mindset shifts, and of course, practical tools to help you go from diasphobia to Diapofidence day by day. Do not come alone. You are not following this page, follow this page. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, because we'll always post all of the videos on YouTube. We'll post YouTube shorts daily that can help you walk through this journey. Every single session is important. If you're ready to take your space, if you're ready to stop shrinking and start showing up, then this month of July is dedicated for you. It's dedicated for you. You know, July and August is like the peak travel month. It's like the peak relocation month. People are moving. So that's why we chose to do it in July. All right, you need to stop shrinking. You need to start showing up. This month is dedicated to you, dedicated for you. You've been brilliant long enough. Now it's time to be bold. right? You've read so many books. You've taken speed reading masterclass. You have taken the From Tech Binging to Book Binging guide. Yes, thank you. You've been brilliant enough. It's time to be bold. Let's move your brilliance to boldness. And yes, now it's time to be bold. Yeah. I feel like I am in my elements. Just call me to talk about confidence and I'm there. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach. The one that teaches you smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Because yes, I am called to the professional, that busy professional. And I'm called to help you master 3 elect skills. Smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'll see you on Monday at 1 p.m. This is the Smart World.